Greetings everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Unclear and today we're looking at the marathon gameplay trailer they put out. I didn't get a chance to react to it the other day. I reacted to the full reveal, but I really wanted to sit down and have a look at this trailer because I think it has some really interesting points, and I'm going to be honest, I think this is going to be a pass. But let's watch the trailer properly. We're sitting down there, we're not half asleep trying to watch it, and we'll get into it and see how it actually sounds. Now, the thing that gets me the most is the price tag. It's about 70 bucks New Zealand. So it competes with Night Rain, so I don't know how this is going to compete for me. But let's jump in and have a look, and let's react in real time and provide feedback, hopefully is constructive. I like the score, gonna be honest. The score in it's really good. Alright, Bungie, obviously Bungie. Gameplay view. This is the meat potatoes, right? Alright. Okay, I remember this. I'm gonna say this right now. This reminds me of Risk of Rain. The character models look like Risk of Rain character models. Packed in the blender, but not quite completed. Standard Halo scope. Not a fan of the scope type. I like the one with the little arrow pointing. Arrow there. That's my favorite. Marathon
is a team-based extraction shooter
set
around the mysterious and cutthroat world.
Okay. I had this problem the other day and I still have it now. This environment, this cannot be a completed environment stage. Everything else that I've seen has looked absolutely fantastic. And then you see stuff like this and it looks like they put it in development and go, oh fuck, we ran out of time. Just forget about it. It just looks half done.
Of Tau Ceti 4.
Okay, melee,
you
cool.
are a runner. A cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest.
Okay.
You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a...
Okay. What is with the weapon sounds? I want to play the game because honestly I'm being super critical, but there's a lot of stuff in this genre and there's so many good games out there. For me, I like really making sure when I put money down for a game, it has the value up front. I need to perceive value before I spend money. I don't earn the value has to be there beforehand. But the weapons sound like they're in the distance, they're not there. Like you hear Destiny 2 and the weapon sounds like it's in your hand. And for anyone who plays a shooting game, this will make sense to you. Like you play like a game like Call of Duty or play Escape from Tarkov, or if you play Delta Force or play Battlefield, when you're firing the weapon, it sounds like it's there in your hands. Like you hear it where it should be. That weapon sounds like it's off in the distance. So they sound muffled, which is quite an interesting take. Maybe it's just the way the environment affects it. I said I cannot make full assessments. I've got my hands on it because it could sound odd, but there's a few things I can forgive when I'm playing a game.
Lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map.
That's what I think's funniest.
Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead.
Character models look like they're not finished yet. I know this is alpha, so maybe there'll be some overlap later on, but I mean, I noticed it before and I'll point it out here. Everything in the HUD is quite clean. The weapon ammo count though is really pixelated and has like a really stink digital display. It's obviously displayed on your HUD as the character, but on the weapon itself when it's displayed, like, look at this. It looks like you made this It looks like the Destiny Minecraft mod with a 4K upscaler.
Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault. Death is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents, and in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into.
I like this part, the factions, because it's quite cool. Because the biggest thing with this game, and will deter, I'd say, probably 60% of the player base, is the top 5% will be really rat players. I'm hoping they have some really good anti-cheats, because people are just going to cheat. Like, if you play Delta Force's extraction shooter, it's free. When you play like the last few missions where you have to have like 10,000 in-game currency in terms of your gear you take in, people are just cheating and just taking it. You play like the ones that are just noob friendly, no one's really cheating. The fact that you have this sponsorship means you can go in and you can use that instead of your own gear. But the player base is going to be separated out really quickly. You'll find that people who love this game will really love it, but then they'll have no one to play because people will leave, because to get progression you have to get gear, and to get gear to be the better players, and you're not beating them. Like, the extraction genre needs another genre to support it, and I don't think this is going to be it. Escape from Tarkov has its community because it was, I would say, the OG extraction shooter. I would say it's probably the most prominent extraction shooter out there. Delta Forces one works a little bit, but they have their own multiplayer you can play instead, which is way better. And it's also free. There's so many games now that just don't come with a $70 price tag. They don't offer much more. Like, I can't see myself playing this day in, day out. I said, this is subject to change if I get my hands on the game and I absolutely love it. But I hate playing games like Warzone where the last circle is people just hiding in huts with UAVs constantly. That's so boring. And just tossing grenades constantly. It's such a boring playstyle. I hate it when you're sitting there and it's just people hiding and jiggle peeking to try and get a pick on a team. Like, it's just so boring. It's a boring playstyle. And that's all this will end up being, is people camping the extraction zone and sniping you, then extracting themselves. So that's, I'm going to be honest, that's what I'll do. I can't be bothered with all this looting shitty buildings constantly.
To the fight.
This game's really not for me.
Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay. Runners with unique playstyles and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge.
Unfinished.
Marathon is designed to be played in crews.
So negative about the contextual
pings, shared objectives, and down but not out to streamline play. I enjoy the team play,
and I enjoy that the puzzles are there.
Is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No two runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective.
Runs at you with a knife and stabs you. You deserve
Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Foy and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends, grab extra equipment, shield
It just
charges,
looks
and a
really
specialized
rubbish.
backpack to be the lifeline they need.
Getting packs are quite nice to see.
You're always free to experiment with team compositions.
Reminds me of
and the only
Seventh
limit to
Stormwood
how you want
weapons.
to
That's
play
what it
your
reminds me
runner
of.
is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets,
I like all that.
seasonal storytelling, community events, and more.
I like all of that.
await you in Season
It's
1,
fantastic.
where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4.
Okay, I like all of that. That sounds fantastic.
Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
Fair enough. Gotta say, I enjoyed all of that. The only thing I don't enjoy at the moment, and this is subject to change, is the fact that the character models look half done. Look like they put them in Blender, animated some 3D walking animations, and threw them in a trailer because they're running out of time. That is my honest opinion. The second thing I didn't like was the fact that the knife backstab wasn't a one-hit kill. If I stab you on the back of the knife, there should be a finisher one-hit kill. There should be down and out. Weapon models look like Savathun's Throneworld weapons from Destiny 2. And they sound like they're put in water. I did like the team-based tactics. I do enjoy that there's going to be more community puzzles because I do like the puzzles. The puzzles to unlock the trailer and all that was fantastic. That was done amazingly well. But are you going to bring the value to your paid-for game? That's the thing. Where's the value? What is the perceived value that I'll be getting? And is it going to be worth my time? Those are questions I still need answered. Some of those will be answered when I get a hands-on, I'm guessing a beta code. I'm not in America, I'm in New Zealand, so you won't get an alpha code. Alpha code's also locked to Australia, America and Canada, or North America and Canada, I think it was. So it's going to be interesting. I look forward to seeing how it pans out and how it plays. I think there's some friends who get hands-on with gameplay, and hopefully they can play it. But yeah, I have big reservations when a game like this is coming out. Same sort of time frame to Night Rain, same price tag, but doesn't offer the same. So I look forward to seeing how this goes. I'm optimistic, but I have many reservations about this game, and honestly, as it stands, this will be a very much get it out Steam summer sale, maybe if it's cheap enough, because it doesn't look like it's going to be the go. Anyway, that's my thoughts, my feelings, and my opinions. I look forward to seeing what you guys think, feel, and what you guys, if you guys have had hands-on experience, and you guys let me know what you actually thought, because I am curious to get more information to enlighten my decisions. Anyway, I'll say thank you all so much for watching. If you watched to the end, if you want to see content where I talk about games, or see me play Destiny, see me watch awesome stuff happening in the community, let me know, and be sure to stick around, subscribe, comment on the video, like these videos, and until next time, I want you to stay safe, take care, and bye for now.